trying to get in their good books. What he doesn't realize is that, he has absolutely no idea who, Claudia is, and Blueblanc already knows. And yeah, antagonizing the royal family is probably a bad idea. What did you say about a shooting range? At least these things are loud, so they're pretty good for distracting things. And that means that the forward squad has done their job. So now it's time for the infiltration party to get to it. You can hear those guns from all the way out here. Of course, Joshua knows all about lockpicking. So, every building is going to have some hostages. We're going to infiltrate them. We're going to check our notebook to see who we've rescued. Let's go! Now we can finally set our tactics, so let's move Kurt a little closer. Let's have Joshua go a little bit further to the front too. I think I'll set a formation like this for now. You might actually notice that Kurt has an S-craft, and Annalise has upgraded her piercing wave to true piercing wave, which has a slightly different animation that I might end up showing. So for now, there's nobody at the old schoolhouse. Let's head through the back road and open up this door we unlocked. Okay, so let's just hit these buildings based on what's closest. First up, clubhouse. Doesn't seem like there's anyone here yet. Of course, up the stairs, we got a couple of guards. You clearly do not protect yourself well against sneak attacks. Let's do this. And we still have this music going. So yeah, we have enhanced Jaegers, more enhanced Jaegers, and more of those Blade Cougars, which are definitely the worst things here. But, hey, Deathblow works on them, so that's cool. And, speaking of that working, I guess I can go for Death Scream. So, Kurt. Kurt has several crafts, and we've actually seen all of them when we were fighting against him, for the most part. So this one makes you all hard as steel, as he says it. Whitecaps heals, Renewal is a revival, and Illusion is effectively Shadow Spear. Sunset Arts is basically just an attack move, and there's also Summon Lightning, which is his S-craft, although I don't know if I'll actually get to show that off here. We'll see. Wow, okay then. Well, I guess that's payback for all the trauma that he caused us back in the prologue, I'll just say that. Annalise is mostly the same as she was when we left her, but yeah, like these things are all pretty much the same, but like I said, she's upgraded Piercing Wave to True Piercing Wave. And I'm, yeah, gonna have to go ahead and revive Kurt. It's not really that imperative that we revive him, because he, oh right, I've got the, that quartz on Joshua that's, that is reducing his strength a lot. So I should probably be using Shadow Spear. Yeah, just because of all the pain and trauma that you gave us in the prologue, I'm gonna hold off on reviving you for a little bit. I'm so sorry about this, but you, I mean, he doesn't exactly deserve it, but yeah. Okay, yeah, stupid Deathblade. I'll go ahead and equip something, to protect against that. I do want to revive. I don't want to use my Zerums, though. Where are my, refresh jellies?
We're good to go.
Yeah, gonna have to take this, because I really don't want you getting a crit. Oh, and there's Deathblow. Okay, so that's those 2 guards taken care of, and we can rescue 2 of the faculty. I still think all of the teachers in this school have very weird names. They're all a bit too overly fitting. And yeah, if you want to check out your list of freed hostages, you can see it in there. And that's 3 more. Seems like most of the teachers were being held in here. Well, it doesn't look good. They should probably stay in here for now. But with this we get Mighty Essence. That's actually a new recipe. So we're going to want to drink one of those right after this to get it in our recipe book. That, or, you know, using it for healing in battle might be a little bit more efficient. 3 more down. Though, yeah, there's nobody else being held in this place. So let's move on to our next destination. There are some enemies roaming the grounds, but, well, I have the cloak quartz equipped on Estelle. I think these things do count as separate enemies for the purposes of the Bracer Notebook, but you can fight them for extra CP like this if you want to.
I am invincible! Or am I?
Hey, that quote's back! Of course, being invincible is definitely preferable to being or am I at this point. Knock knock, who's there? Yep, it's Bracer time. Annalise's comment was much better than mine there. This is pretty much the exact same kind of battle as last time, but hey, True Hurricane plus 20% instant death. Of course, I didn't get any of them. Okay, so they can use Bullet Strafe to hit in a line, and the sword ones fight pretty much the same way they did back in the battle with Gilbert. Huh, didn't even need Deathblow that time. Yeah, sadly, Kurt and Annalise leveling up here doesn't really matter, except it does kind of heal them, but that's really all it's good for. And here are 2 of the male students and the janitor. Basically, this whole place is under attack. Stay in your room, don't go outside until the fighting clears up. Considering the bandages are around his head and the wound's not life-threatening, I'm guessing the bullet must have grazed his ear or something like that, or the side of his head or something. We do have a bit of an expert in sort of medicine here. Would be kind of interesting to see the adventures that Annalise and Kurt get up to when they're away from the main group. So it seems like he's stable for the time being. No one in there, no one there, and no one there. So, with our sweep of the boys' dorm, that means that we now have these many people saved. We've still got quite a few to go. I guess our next stop will be the girls' dorm. Oh no, she's not screwing with you, she's just being Annalise. And we've got Vogels this time. We can get all of them in Hurricane, though. The Vogels seem to be immune to Death Blow, unfortunately. It's kind of a shame that nobody else in your party gets to benefit from the experience from this segment. A lot of it's going to Annalise and Kurt, who will be leaving us right afterwards. Okay, anyone else in here that we need to free? No, so that is the dorm taken care of. And we already know there isn't anybody inside the auditorium, so that just leaves a frontal assault on the schoolhouse itself. Okay, now's as good a time as any to use the Mighty Essence, although it does give a stat boost that'll be kind of wasted outside of battle. Okay, we're going in. Yeah, turns out there were guards out here. Actually, do you retain a vulnerability to this from earlier? Yep! Feint is still working from that. And this should work too.
Oh yeah!
Oh, hey, nice one! Joshua learns Evil Eye EX. I called that True Evil Eye earlier in the game, but no, it's actually Evil Eye EX. So, with you down, we can rescue Hans, Jill, and 3 other students. I feel bad for forgetting their names, but, yeah. This is not like Cold Steel, where you do side quests for just about every named student in, the campus. And you have a whole book that basically, chronicles all of their personalities and, significant events that they partake in throughout the game. I actually really like the Cold Steel character book, but that's neither here nor there at this point. Oh, okay. Please tell me nobody has come forward and said, "I'm the princess!" What, and he hasn't already lost it? Well, the only thing they can do at this point is just to stay here. Soon, don't worry. I'm not sure it's anyone's thing. Okay, that's more students saved. But we can at least head in here to rescue the Dean, and it seems like one more person. We heard Gilbert had left, so that means this place is unguarded. And so it's time to rescue Dean Dumbledore, which is, I still feel like he must have been based on him in appearance. But it definitely seems more based on the illustrations of Dumbledore from the books rather than the film version. Don't know if Kurt's actually met you before. We're already well on our way to freeing most of the Academy. Oh yes, we've dealt with him before. Yeah, he's kind of an idiot. Though not sure what that says about Estelle, considering she didn't figure it out for a while. Yeah, I was talking about that, earlier. Yeah, they don't tell them everything. And right here, I'm pretty sure, like, the enforcers are just sort of watching this and laughing. They just want to see how this all, plays out with Gilbert being a complete moron who has no idea who the princess is. And that's something that I was also getting into earlier. Because, yeah, they could easily, say, "No, I'm not the princess," and he's like, "Oh, you're lying." I mean, he's already done a lot of terribly foolish things, but, yeah, he's about to add one more to the list. No one was in the faculty lounge, but our next stop is upstairs. However, upstairs is guarded. I love Estelle's line there. Okay, these guys have a vanguard with them, which, yeah, do explode, so we should probably keep our distance. Can I try out Evil Eye EX here? Yes, I can. It's basically just a bit stronger. It's not like the delay effect on it is any greater than it would normally be. Cold Steel actually has varying levels of delay. There's not just one specific type of delay, but that's for that game. And yeah, delay got kind of broken there, I'll just say. So if we had Cold Steel style delay in this game, I actually think delay works like that in Crossbell as well. So yeah, there's a lot of things in Crossbell that work the same way they do in Cold Steel. It feels like they kind of really hit a sweet spot with the battle system in the Crossbell games, and they pretty much just never look back from there. I do think Trails in the Sky the Third has a pretty good battle system as well, but like I said, we'll get to that later. Okay, only one left is you, and you explode, so I'm gonna just comet you, even though I'm probably already in your explosion range. Okay, kinda saving Joshua's, CP for now. Can still have fun with delay, though. This is the problem with Annalise. She's kind of screwed if she's not right up in the enemy's face. She still has a severe lack of range capabilities, which means she is going to have to take an explosion to the face right now. Well, not exactly right now, but I think she will now. Yep, I'm so sorry, Annalise and Kurt. At least it's more CP. Would have been cool if either of them had leveled up from that, but no. Okay, before we heal, let's just rescue the students that are here. That's 4 more students. Okay, Raina and Felicity were in different rooms. Maybe they haven't made up yet. I mean, they may not be injured physically, but mentally this must have been taking a toll on them. Yeah, thank goodness for that guy being a slacker. His actions were appropriate and life-saving. No, definitely not. Okay, 4 more people off the list, so if we check our list of hostages, there are still a few more people we have left, including a Monica, who hopefully isn't evil. Now is really not the time for reminiscing about the school play and Joshua in a dress, just saying. No, obviously not. Your name is Logic, be more logical. Do the same thing everyone is doing. Stay there. Now, I'm just looking at that map of the world there. I'm kind of wondering if anyone's tried to analyze that. It doesn't look like it was obviously based on a real-world globe, so that's a good thing, because it'd be kind of weird if it did. Yes, nommed by a beast, that's the way to put it. There's still quite a lot of those cougars around. And so, with that, there's only one more person we haven't saved yet, Rochelle. And this event will only happen after you've rescued everybody else on the list. We need to go after Rochelle, and that voice came from the old schoolhouse. And that is where our final destination for this battle will be. You might want to save and prepare before this, but well, it's not like you really need to all that much. Oh great, he's already got her hostage. This could be difficult. You know, for once, Gilbert actually is making sense, especially if you know how many games there are later in this series. Though there's very little about it he's probably been told. Yeah, well, you're more like an extra on that stage, though. Yeah, exactly what I thought would happen. Again, you've seen Chloe, you've seen that she uses rapiers. You've seen that she wore a Janus uniform. Yeah, you know, we probably should have thought about that before we antagonized him. Just saying. And there's our opening! She may not be here directly, but she's still gonna help us out. Oh yeah, you have no idea. This is another quote from Estelle that's very frequently quoted within the community. And, okay, I love this. Gilbert just gets the normal battle theme. He's treated even worse than the Jaegers were fighting this whole time. So, yeah, this is Jaeger Gilbert, round 2. He's arguably even easier than Jaeger Gilbert round 1. Even though this is quite a bit later. Oh, I probably shouldn't have used Death Scream there, because if I get the instant death proc on him, which I think he's not immune to, then we won't get to see something amazing. Okay, he's still, not down yet. So, Gilbert has an S-craft of sorts in this battle, and I'm just going to, wait until he uses it, because you really have to see this. It has to be seen to be believed. Then I'm gonna try and show off Kurt's S-craft.
Shake on it. Booyah! Idiot! This is what you get! Just go away! Damn it! I'm in the lead! You little... Damn you! That's what you get! Jack! Wait! Let's talk this over!
So, yeah, that's Gilbert's S-craft. Yeah! I'll just leave you all with the beauty of that, and you know what? I see no reason to prolong his suffering any longer. Animation's slightly different there. It launches 2 waves instead of 1. Oh, holy crap, he still has HP left. That's perfect. I got to use all 4 of them. Well, yeah, that went perfectly. Oh, and pointless level up on it. Chain 3, okay then. Yeah, sadly, we're never gonna get a chance to use that, because Annalise is never gonna be in the party anymore after this. And then he's become Dr. Wily. Well, yeah, 4 S-crafts. Yeah, he kind of deserved it, though. Unfortunately, he still knows some stuff, so, he's gonna get bailed out. And gone. I have to say, like, as funny as Gilbert's suffering normally is, it's still kind of disturbing seeing him get tortured for failing like that. Cabanella's actually, like, one of the weaker ones. We still saved everyone at the academy, and I guess that's what matters. Janus Royal Academy has been liberated. And hey, Sieg's finally letting, Estelle let him perch on her arm. So, sadly, we have to say goodbye to Kurt and Annalise for now. Something that I forgot to mention is that Kurt being playable at some point was actually kind of foreshadowed by a few interface spoilers. For one, he and Annalise were the only two braces in the fight in the arena in FC who had voice acting. And the second factor is, you can sometimes see Kurt on the loading screen when you start up the game, and normally that's reserved only for party members. There are actually a couple more characters that might be spoiled by that if you've booted up the game a lot of times. That's all I'll say for now. But Kurt, I believe, is voiced by Kyle Hebert. I've said this back in FC, but guess I haven't said that in SC. He plays Frederick in Fire Emblem Awakening and Miles Edgeworth in the Ace Attorney games, the later 3DS installments. I mean, yeah, she actually was better. They've been doing their part while we've been doing ours. Estelle finally has that strength. And now it's time for her to walk the path that she's found. And they will get that chance one day, and yes, Annalise will definitely surprise us when that happens. I'll just say, if you like Annalise, you will like Trails in the Sky the Third. She gets a pretty big buff in that game, and she's actually one of the strongest physical party members.